Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of Calibria Crystal Guardians. A quick note, if you're watching this really soon after posting, the Dynamo is going to be ending. So you better go and collect your rewards, because if you don't, you're going to be missing out. I'm just gonna do that. Cool. I might have went with a Cali and whatever. But if you don't, you're going to regret it. Got myself a nice little light dark. Just recently got orange lightning, whatever. I'm not going to get another one, but start off with a light dark and nothing. I've already got one 5-star max skilled. Meh. No need for that. I wish this was 6-star. I would have bought it. That would have been sweet. Always buy the 2 stars for growth plan, which I'm almost on the next stage, so that's good. For today's video, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be going and making a spotlight for this guy right here. Destruction Idol. I have 2 Destruction Idols built. This one's sanctified, this one's not. I got this one with Berserk broken. This one's on Berserk immunity. They're both HP, just focusing on HP sets. Just HP substats as best I can. This is a junk rune. Overall, you really don't want a set like that at all. Yeah, these are all legendary, but they are just garbage rolls. Actually, let's see here. Should I re-roll one of these? Which one's worse? Jeez, flat attack, crit rate, defense, HP. Let's re-roll this one, shall we? Do I want to keep any of that? I might keep the defense. So it's what, 1 roll into crit rate, 1 or 2 into defense, and then 1 or 2 into attack plus. I'll keep the defense. You know what? No. I'm just going to re-roll the whole thing. Screw it. Oh, come on. Why did that have to be resistance instead of HP? Normally I say always go for the speed, but that's bare minimum speed. Crit damage without any crit rate and resistance. I'm just going to discard that. That's awful. But for these, they're mainly used for the HP tankiness. And the reason for that is their skill set. So the first skill, attack, doing damage based on 16% of own max HP and attack power. Then you also sacrifice 5% of own current HP to deal 2 times that much in additional damage, which is a hell of a lot of damage. If you put this on crit damage, oh, it's nasty. Mine right now is not built on crit damage, and it does a lot. So here's another one. This is skill 2. I don't necessarily like that, but it's not a bad skill. It really isn't. I just like the other skill more. Cleanse himself and attack all enemies to do 75% attack and 5% of own max HP, which isn't a lot. And then it's 100% drain, so whatever damage he does, he heals. And if he heals past his full HP, he turns that into a shield, which it's a really good skill. It really is, honestly, especially early on in the beginning of the fight, because you can just siphon off all of the enemies, and then, but I like this one. This is pretty nasty. Grants armor to yourself and another ally for 2 turns. Whenever this unit's attacked, reflect 4% of own max HP in fixed damage, which means it ignores defense, back to the enemy. So this is nasty. So it's 2 of your team out of the 4 in a PvP situation reflecting damage back at the enemy anytime they're attacked. So That's the one I like because he's such a big HP tank. He gets hit a lot over and over and over. So by doing so, you're just reflecting a ton of damage back over and over and over. So a lot of the time, when a unit attacks this guy, it actually just reflects enough damage to kill the other unit. It's really actually pretty fun. So I'm going to go to his skill 3 now. Deathly Curse. Curse an enemy at the end of each of the target's turn, drain 10% of their max HP and restore own HP. This status cannot be dispelled until either the self or the target has been killed. The skill's cooldown is reset immediately when the cursed target is killed. You could if you you get this cooldown down to like 5. It's pretty quick. And you drop that, you're draining their max HP every time they go, which is really good against those really fast units like Windwalker, because the Windwalker goes so many turns. That works really well on the Windwalkers. It also works really well on Berserk units, because when they proc into another Berserk turn, an additional turn, this means in those 2 turns, they just drain 20% of their own HP. So and then if they Berserk again, that's 30, and then 40%. They can really hurt themselves quick, and the whole time you're just healing yourself, not by as much as you would wish because it's 10% of their max HP, but it's actually pretty helpful. And then these 2 are the ones that I like a lot. I'm going to be using Blood Pact on one of mine, and Soul Drain on this one. I'm going to be using Blood Pact on my second one. At the beginning of his turn, when it's fully skilled up, it's a 100% chance to drain 8% of own max HP from a random enemy and restore your own HP. This ignores target defense and all the other stuff. And yes, it can trigger Desperation Rune. So as a passive, in the beginning of your turn, you can stun an enemy, just passively, which is pretty handy. Now, this is the one I liked the most at first, and that's why I like to skill this one up the most. At the beginning of your turn, 100% chance to drain 4% of current HP, ignores defense from all enemies, and then restore your own HP. So this means you're draining 4% of your max, well, not your max, but whatever your HP currently is, from all enemies. So if you bring a healer with him plus a healer, and keep him topped up, so he's at full life, this is going to be draining 4% of his max HP from all targets every single turn. Hence why I have him on Berserk. On Berserk, that's 4%, 4%, 4% every time he goes. The more turns this guy goes, the nastier he becomes quickly. So that is really nasty, and it does activate Desperation Runes. So you could be Desperation Runes, start your turn, drain a bunch of HP from everybody, stun at 1 or 2 of them. Now they're hurt, stunned, and you're healing yourself. It's really fun skill. And a leader skill of resistance 41%. The resistance in this game doesn't really actually work to me. In my opinion, it doesn't work. And then this is the other one. Like I said, Berserk Immunity. It's not built as tanky because these are my second sets. And as you can tell, I don't have good stats on either of these. Or no, I don't have it on this. This one's aren't really well done. I really wish I had HP percent on this one, but it's a legendary 6-star Berserk rune. It's just rolled really, really badly. So, alright, we will take it into Inferno Legion. Normally I make an entire video of just Inferno Legion, but I'm going to take these 2 and just show you some of their... I will take a healer and I'll take a tank. So you can do, they all have the resistant lead, and this guy's got HP. Realistically, I would say use the resistant lead, but this is just for fun. These first few enemies aren't anything at all. I just want to show you what he actually does. So crit resist. Just buff him up so he's not the one doing anything. And you can get to see what they do. You see how they're all shielded up. So it really doesn't actually show what happens. Put the reflect on. Boom. He Berserk procced, and now look at all their HP. He drained that much HP from all of them on top of the shield. And remember, I said this thing hits pretty damn hard. 15,000 with no crit, with no nothing. And that was my second guy. That wasn't even the tanky one. Or it's tanky, just not as tanky. So if that's the kind of stuff, and as you can tell, it just drains a ton. 12,000 HP right there. I gotta push autoplay. Weird. And there you go. That's what he does. He just consistently drains from their life total and just goes absolutely nuts. And if somebody lets him do his thing, I'm just gonna push autoplay and see what happens. 18,000 on a crit without any crit damage or anything like that. It's pretty disgusting. And see how the Ironheart just attacked him, killed himself. Just every time one of those two goes, their passive goes, and it just tears apart people. So as long as you keep the one with the attacking all enemies fully topped up, it just drains them. So see, that reflect damage just insta-killed that guy. We'll just target that guy. And the passive, he just killed, the Lich killed himself hitting the idols. And that more or less is what the Destruction Idol does. I use him all the time in Apex Arena. Like, I use double Destruction Idol in Apex Arena. It's probably not the best strategy in Apex, but it works semi-well. It's great for attacking. He's so fun to use. But that's a few examples. Different ways you can rune him are there's so many different ways. You can do HP, crit damage, HP, 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 HP. You can do Berserk for the extra turns. You can do Desperation. Normally, Desperation is considered the better one. You can do, let me see here. Let me go to the rune sets. Okay, so here we go. You could do Agile to increase his just basic speed. Drain, that could be a potential because you're trying to keep him healing himself. So a set of Drain or a full set of Drain so he can actually give himself a shield on top of all that could be really disgusting as well. Because he is so high on HP, Guard could work. You could always do Guard. Immunity is a good one. Ravage is another one. I'm going to be doing a video sometime in the near future showing all the rune types and what they do. Prayer could work. Not necessarily the best on him, but those are the different ones you can use. The combinations of what you can do with this guy are almost endless. He just needs to be HP tanky. You can put crit rate, crit damage on him with a decent amount of HP. You could do a ton of different things just to play around with them and just have fun. I mean, Destruction Idol is one of the more fun units that, just goes crazy. Actually, I was supposed to put that on him. But I mean, it varies completely based on the person. All of these skills are useful in their own scenario. None of the Destruction Idol skills are bad. None of them are bad. They're all good. A couple of them are more situational, but they're all still good. So in the end, do as you want and play around with him. He is an actual monster. Do not take him lightly, because if he starts going and he starts berserk proccing, you're going to lose, because he's just going to rip your team apart. Alright guys, well, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please comment, subscribe, and like this video. Any comments I'm going to try to read. I'll try to reply, and give me some ideas for future videos. Thank you very much.